good morning students. In the last class we have seen soundness test. It is a test required to be conducted and studied so as to see the effect of adverse effect of weather on the aggregates. It indicates the durability of the aggregate, and even we have seen the apparatus, standard guidelines, etc. We came to know that it requires more time to complete the test because 10 cycles at least minimum should be carried out to get the ultimate result. Thereby, in the stipulated 2 hours it may not be possible. That's why just we have understood the importance of soundness test, and the standard procedures etc. are given by IS 2386 Part 1, IS 2386 Part 1, 1983. Okay. Today we will see shape test. Aggregates are available in various sizes and shapes, as we are all aware: rounded, cubical, and angular, flaky, or elongated. It has been proved that the flaky and elongated particles have less strength, less bonding, less interlocking capability, and also less durability as compared with cubical or angular or rounded particles of the same size of the aggregates. We know that cubical and rounded particles are used in producing concrete mix because it increases the workability, whereas angular materials are more widely being used in WBM construction or gravel road construction because they provide good interlocking between them. However, these flaky and elongated materials are very weak. Therefore, it can be said that aggregates are flaky when the aggregates are too thin compared to their average size or mean dimension. Elongated aggregate means aggregates that they are too long compared to their average size or mean dimension. Flakiness index test and elongation test are performed to find the flaky and elongated aggregates. Importance: these tests are used to determine the shape of the aggregate. It is defined in percentage by weight of aggregate particles to the mean dimension of thickness in case of flakiness index, length in case of elongation index. Recommended result of the shape test. What value we should obtain at the end of the test? It varies in the range of 15 to 30% according to the area of use. The variation is almost 15%. Why this variation of magnitude is, from area to area, the availability of locally available aggregates may be poor because it is after all dependent on the parental rock, igneous, metamorphic, sedimentary rocks, out of which the aggregates are crushed in the quarry to get required size of aggregates for any purpose to be used. Standard guidelines are given in IS 2386. This is common. IS 2386 Part 1, 1963. This is the apparatus which is used for elongation index, known as length gauge. Length gauge. Whereas this is used for to find out the flakiness index, known as thickness gauge. Thickness gauge. Therefore, for conducting test, we require thickness gauge, length gauge, weighing balance, IS sieves. IS sieves we have to take from 80 mm, 63 mm, 50 mm, 40 mm, 25 mm, 16 mm, 12.5 mm, 10 mm, 6.3 mm. Less than 6.3 and more than 80 mm are not considered for the test. Why? Because the maximum size which we use in road construction, even in the sole course, is 80 mm only, maximum size of aggregate. And 6.3 mm is the minimum size of aggregates. Accordingly, these instruments or operators have been manufactured. The maximum average size of passing 80 is retained on 63 is this slot. Then 6350 next slot. So like that the slots are provided so that with respect to the minimum dimension, that is thickness, we have to pass through it. That is the concept. You have to pass through it. How many number of aggregates as per the standard procedure you have to take is 200 pieces. 200 pieces you have to take at least, and then you have to take the weight of this, let it be capital W, okay, capital W in grams. Then you have to start passing through this thickness gauge. How many number of pieces are passed, that is to be collected. The retained one is to be discarded. For example, For example, 88 pieces are passed. Okay. Then you take the weight of this, let it be small w. Capital W is the total weight of 200 pieces. This is of 88 pieces. Capital W is of 200 pieces. Now flakiness index is equal to in percentage is equal to small w divided by capital W multiplied by 100 to get it in percentage. Otherwise you have to write it in fraction. 0.83 means 83%, 0.25 means 25%, that you are aware, is it not? In the same way, same 200 pieces which you have taken from the sieve range passing 80 and retained on 63 mm, you try to pass through this length gauge in order to find out the elongation index. Here passed material is collected and retained material is discarded. Here it is reverse. You try to pass through with the maximum dimension of the aggregate, that is lengthwise. Whatever the number of aggregates retained that you collect, the passed one you reject. The collected one may be say 120 pieces. 120 pieces. Take the weight of these 120 pieces which are retained in that particular slot of average dimension of 80 and 63. Let it be X grams. We know already capital W is the total weight of the 200 pieces taken for the test. Then elongation index, similarly to flakiness index which we have found out, this is X divided by capital W multiplied by 100. This value which we obtain should not exceed 30%. Should not exceed 30%. Flakiness index or elongation index should not exceed 30%. It should not go even below 15% also. It should not be less than 15% and should not be greater than 30%. Well within this range, if we get the value, it is suitable as far as shape of the aggregate is concerned. Last, specific gravity and water absorption. Specific gravity of the aggregate, we know it is defined as the ratio of weight of the aggregate to the weight of equal volume of water. Equal volume. It shows the strength of aggregate. Aggregates having low specific gravity means weaker than those with having high specific gravity. Why? Because it must consist more voids. It is known as porous material. Always the weight, specific weight is or specific gravity is less. So depending upon the amount of voids present in the aggregate, the water absorption capacity also increases or decreases. Therefore, water absorption of aggregate gives an idea about the internal structure of aggregate. If aggregates have more absorption capacity, they are called porous in nature. Such aggregates are unsuitable and generally not preferred for any construction. Importance. Water absorption test and aggregate measures strength or specific gravity and water absorption. Test and aggregates measure the strength or quality of the aggregate. This property helps in general identification of aggregates. Recommended result. What should be the result we may going to obtain? In general, specific gravity of aggregates used in construction ranges from 2.5 to 3, which is happen to be a dimensionless quantity, you are aware. And water absorption ranges from 1% to 2%. But however, depending upon the availability of aggregates which are produced out of the parental rock in different regions of our country, IRC have observed that many times in many places we may not get to satisfy this result of water absorption, 0.1 to 2% range. It may increase little bit more also. Hence, they have suggested, IRC have suggested that even if water absorption goes up to 4%, it is acceptable. Up to 4%, it is acceptable. Is it clear? Now, as a summary of the IS codes which we use for different tests, for example, crushing strength, crushing test. IS 2386 Part 4 1963 should be used to follow the test procedure. When we follow the test procedure very scrupulously, the results obtained are reliable. It can be comparable with the standard values which have been suggested by different agencies like IRC, IS standard, etc. Hardness, Los Angeles abrasion test for hardness to found out. IS 2386 Part 5. IS 2386 for all these tests are common. They have developed in the year, are standardized in the year 1963. Whereas only one test addition to bitumen, that is nothing but stripping value of aggregate. That's why I have not mentioned so far stripping value of aggregate, because it is exclusively separate code to be practiced, that is IS 6241 1971. What is stripping value of aggregate? When we construct the road, bitumen adheres to the surface of the aggregate. When this particular layer comes in contact with water or moisture, especially during rainy season, flexible pavements will get deteriorated very fast, because of the reason that the bitumen will strip out are removed from the surface of the aggregate, and hence the aggregates will start coming out of the surface of the layer because of heavy and fast speed moving vehicles when they are moving over it. IRC suggests that in no case it should be greater than 20%. What do you mean by in no case it should be 20% more than It should not exceed the value 20% when you carry out the test. So when we are doing the test under term work, we will come to know how all these tests are conducted and the results are obtained. Okay, we will stop here. We will continue with the bituminous material, their different forms, modified bitumen, their properties, importance or significance, uses, applications, along with how we will find out the stability, flow value, density, voids present in the total mix of bituminous concrete by conducting a test known as Marshall stability test from next class. Okay, thank you. We will stop here. We will continue in the next class. Okay, have a good day and keep in touch with the studies of all these PPTs which have been provided to you on LMS system. Each and everything has been given. You have to study them and understand and digest so that there should not be any problem.